Okay, I'm going to show you real quick how we go ahead and mix this mud. This is straight out of the box. Here's how you get started with your mud. You can use it straight out of the box with touch-up, but you never can tape with it. It's just absolutely too thick to apply tape with it. So this is the way I do it. And I just, it's a little messy, but that's how I get it in a 5-gallon bucket. But you can see how thick it is. And it just has to be thinned out a little bit. And then I use this box for all the bad stuff later. Throw it away. And then I put a little bit of water in it. And I don't know how much, I'll just mix it real quick, and this is the drill. This is a big powerful drill. You can use a stamper, goes up and down, which is very inexpensive, but I use this. I think that's good enough. I think I like that. I'm gonna leave it at that thick, and I think that's about right. If it's not, I'll thin it out. But that's how I start now. And I take the mud. I've already got my tape in this thing here. I pull the tape up like this, and I just kind of. That's how I fill my banjo with mud. It's a real messy job. But that's why I wear a rubber glove. And then I pull it out. It started like that. I'm not going to clean my hand really because I'm going to just put some on, okay? I'm going to go sideways, so I hold it like this. Well, actually, you're supposed to do butt joints first. So you go around and get your butt joints started. And you got about, depends on what your weather is, depends on how hot it is and humidity and everything, but you got about, you'd like to start wiping it down right now. Jake would be wiping it down right now, but he's holding the camera. So you can start wiping it down now. And you can start, you know, you got about 10 minutes before you really absolutely should be on it, or the stuff will start drying up, too dry for you to work with, and then you got to fix it. And I go, for me, I go clockwise. So I'll go around the whole building and do things in a clockwise manner. Now this here, I could do that, but I'm going to leave it until that's wiped down. And as you can tell, I'm going clockwise. Just around the building until I run out of mud, and then I'll start again. Now I got these boxes here. I get those little edges there. They'll look a lot better. They'll never crack out. And I want to show you something. I don't have a joint here. I like to run my joints where they're not adjoining like that because they're a lot stronger. In time, your building will settle and you'll have a crack across there invariably. But the way I do it, you'll never have a crack there because the sheetrock was never broke there. I cut it in a different location. This joint here, you could go like that. But I've got 2 of them right there, so I'm just going to go like that. I'm not going to worry about this here because I'm going to put corner bead there. Because you have to, I'm always cleaning my tools off. Otherwise, it just makes your job very difficult. I've got a 8-inch knife right here. And I come in here and I use my pan to hold it so it doesn't slide anywhere. And I come down like that, and I'm laying there I'm laying my knife pretty flat against the wall, like that. And then here, I just kind of, like this, I move it back and forth, and get it up there like that. That's good enough. I do the same here. And then when I go down, I plaster it to the floor. It's critical, I just want to make it nice like that. I come across here, I put my pan right there where the two tapes match. Move that baby back in the spot. And there again, after it's all dry, you can cut it out with a utility knife. Now when you're doing it with two guys, if Jake wasn't holding the camera, I'd never ever stop taping. I'd just keep going non-stop, and he'd be wiping down behind me. And it's a pretty fast process. And as you can tell, the reason you go clockwise or counterclockwise is so you don't get lost with what you're doing. Otherwise, you'll end up forgetting things because you don't have a system going. And this is all going to be covered with mud too also. Okay, I'm going to do an angle now, and I like to do the angles last after the flats are done and everything. So there again, using this tool, you get started. The mud's a little bit thick, so it comes out a little harder. You can mix your mud a little thinner, but this is how I put it in the angle. Looks like a messy process. Now, the professionals have what they call an angle roller. And then after you put this in there, they roll it out. I'm going to use a 5-inch knife. I'm going to start in the center. I'm pushing a little bit of pressure against this side, but you got to kind of finesse it. Whoops. You got to kind of finesse it in there to get it to go just exactly right. I'll show you what I mean by that. Okay. And I'm always taking the tape, the mud off of the other side of my knife. And the roller that I was telling you about that you normally use if you're a professional, it makes this process that I'm doing right now a lot easier and a lot faster. But you want to make it clean in there. The messier it is, the harder it's going to be to put your next coat of mud on it. So you kind of want to make it as clean as possible with very little extra mud on it. And I'm laying the knife kind of flat on the wall. And it helps to be 6'4". But I try to get everything I can as high as I can reach before I get on my ladder or still to do the rest.